Oh, howdy everybody. And I had to start over. I was sneezing my god dang brains out. So it's September 25th. It's a Wednesday. Today was payday and comic book day. And I sent a package off to my good buddy Lom. So Lom, if you see this, before you get the package, you got something on the way. I think you're gonna like it. So speaking of packages, I got a package Monday from my great buddy Keith Dempy, who does Eternal Darkness Creations, the greatest tape label in the universe. So he sent me a letter and I'm going to read it. 11 September 2024, Anno Tenebrae Aeternum. Hey Artie, how are you? Sorry this hasn't gone out much sooner than it has. I ended up with COVID and it really laid me out for a couple of weeks. Or this would have been coming in the middle of August. I get the vaccine, so they tell me my case wasn't as bad as it could be. But it still sucked. Sick days aren't nearly as fun as when I was a kid and could call out of school for them. Now I find out it's entirely possible that I gave my cat fleas. Boy, if it isn't one thing, it's another. How have you been? I'm jealous of you seeing Whiplash and Nasty Savage. My buddy saw Whiplash at the Metal Threat Festival last year or earlier this year. His appraisal of it was identical to yours. They still got it. Yeah, they sure do. That's great to hear. Enjoy the Power and Pain shirt. Thank you so much for the Deathstalker and the Space Ghost comics. I really enjoyed them, but the Deathstalker ones are just fucking over the top godly. Thank you for introducing me to those. Also, many thanks for the 2020 Texas Gladiators and Gargoyles DVDs. I've never even heard of 2020 Texas Gladiators, but I love Gargoyles, and I've never had a copy of it. It's going to be a great weekend getting to watch those two. The 2020 Texas Gladiators just by itself looks really killer. I wanted to send you some DVDRs as a thank you for going through all of the trouble and expense of Deathstalker and the Space Ghost, the movies, everything. You rule, plain and simple. I should have a new catalog done before too long, but in the meantime, is there anything I can copy you? I can't tell you how much the reading and watching material you send me is watched, read, and enjoyed. I just love those old Hanna-Barbera cartoons from the 1960s and 70s. Seeing the Space Ghost comics really brought that back into my memory. I found the old Johnny Quest show on the internet. When I was a kid, Johnny Quest, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The Fantastic Four. All of those that was more important than food. I recently found the old Scooby-Doo episodes with Mama Cass. Yikes! The fat jokes kind of hit too close to home. That was truly a product of the past, haha. How are you surviving the summer? I've been bitching about the heat for months, but then I read your letters, and I feel like such a baby, haha. I can't even imagine what you guys are going through. That is so fucking cool you got to see Hellwitch and hang out with Pat again. That was killer. He mentioned the tape we're going to do. I'm really looking forward to this one. I just hope I can live up to his expectations. I've never done really well with impressing people, but this one means a lot to me. I figure lots of inverted crosses and morbid imagery. Who could go wrong? Haha. Well, at least the music part of it will be killer. I've been sending him some bootleg CDRs, and I've done, and he said that his drummer really loves them, especially the S.A. Slayer one. I grew up on Yngwie Malmsteen, and the fact that a member of his band is listening to something I copied just made me flip. Even though he wasn't born when I was listening to Yngwie, haha. He was barely born in this century. I wish I had someone around here to tell that to. Hey, check this out. My niece and goddaughter Nikki got married back in August. She had the ceremony and the reception in the same room. It was at this hall in Pittsburgh called Soldiers and Sailors Hall. I know part of Silence of the Lambs was filmed in and around there, but when I was sitting and eating, I looked it up on my phone for production stills and all of that. The scene with the crucifixion and disembowelment of the cop, where Hannibal Lecter rips the face off Sergeant Pembry, that's where it was filmed. I was so proud of Nikki. That kind of thing is absolutely the Uncle Keith gene. She's into all of that too. This is another thing I wish I had someone to tell about around here. I think my brothers and my mom, all of those old people that live where she lives now, are sick to death of hearing about it. You gotta move to Pittsburgh. We need someone that can appreciate true art like we always discuss. I wish I had more to beef up this package. It's needless to say, anything I can record for you, just name it. Thank you so fucking much for everything, my brother. I haven't been to the post office in a couple of weeks because of COVID, So I just opened your most recent package. This week this week is shaping up big time with the 2020 Texas Gladiators and seeing gargoyles after all of these years. Not to mention the reading material I got waiting from you too. That was so kind of you. I hope you're doing good and have survived the summer intact. I've always heard there's two kinds of heat. Regular heat and Texas heat. I hope you're staying in the air conditioning. Thanks again for everything, brother. Your friend Keith. So, yeah. Yeah, I just knew Keith would like those Deathstalker comics, and just right up his alley. Like barbarians, they're gross, and nasty, and a lot of action, they're funny. I mean, you'd probably like them too. So go to your local comic shop and grab those Deathstalkers. So, I got a bunch of comics too. Like, it was crazy. I was kind of like, if they have some cool stuff, I'll get it. And they actually had some stuff I wanted. I got the new issue 8 of the new Thundercats. Wolverine Revenge number 2. And this, at first I was like, what the hell? But it's a Stan Sakai cover, so it's Turtles of Grayskull. So man, I gotta get it just for the cover. And then there's a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Usagi Yojimbo. That's just insane. And another Stan cover. And Stan he's been doing these covers lately. And he's not drawing it. I don't think he is. Yeah, and it's weird that it's Usagi not being drawn by Stan. But yeah, I gotta read that. The Deadpool team up with Chris Starr on the cover. So man, they have a Lobo cancellation special number 1. I mean, I haven't seen Lobo, like a Lobo comic in ages. And it looks, I want to say Joe Kelly art, but I don't see if I can find it. It doesn't say, of course. Oh, wait. Oh no, Kyle Hotz. That's. And I got Chasm number 2. And then after Keith's lovely letter, I went and grabbed him an issue of Barbaric versus Deathstalker. And I mean, he loved the Deathstalker so much that he'll really like this. So, because I gotta get Keith something. So yeah, if you write me a letter, maybe I'll buy you a comic and send it to you. So yeah, no movie reviews. I just wanted to do this, read Keith's letter. I haven't read a letter in a while. Oh. New comics. I wanted to really show the Stan Sakai covers. So yeah, I got some movies I want to review, but I'll save those for later. Tonight, Guinea Pig is playing here in San Antonio. They're like a gore grind band from Italy. I might go if it isn't sold out. I'm probably just gonna go up there, see if I can get in. If not, I might go to House of Monsters or Faust to have a beer. If I go either way, what happens? Maybe I'll make a video about it. But let's see. I'll leave you with. Yeah, or go get this Turtles of Grayskull just for the Stan Sakai cover. Inside art actually looks pretty good too. We'll see how the writing is. It's Tim Seeley, so he's a dependable dude. So we'll see you maybe tonight.